So welcome to what I would like to call Here Comes the Sun. Today is day one of that whole new chapter thing, all those different sayings, day one of the rest of your life, day one of the next chapter, day one through the next door, all those different things as I start my retirement officially today. So last Friday was my last day working, and after 35 years in the disability sector, it was certainly an emotional day to pull up stumps and stop. I'd like to say it's because we won the lottery and we don't need to work anymore. But that's not the world we're living in. Unfortunately, my own health has taken a few really significant turns, and with a 13-year-old son and my husband, we need to put us first for the first time in a very long time. So we're putting us first and retiring so that I can be healthy and well and can contribute in different ways to our family. And that's what this channel's all about, is how can I contribute to our family? How can I help to raise a teenager, and I may need guidance on that? How can I ensure that I am healthy and well, and therefore making life easier for both of the boys? The channel's also, we've had a different channel going for a little while, which has been very focused on my condition, but this was going to be more about everything else, and maybe a little bit of TN stuff thrown in. So I was diagnosed with trigeminal neuralgia when my now 13-year-old son was just 1 month old, and after many years and many neurosurgeons and neurologists and pain specialists and doctors, and tired of them all, but after all of that, my current diagnosis, and I don't have the strength to keep going and seeking yet another opinion from another specialist. So it's currently identified as uncontrolled drug-resistant bilateral trigeminal neuralgia type 1 and type 2. So if you've never heard of TN before, your trigeminal nerve, and you have two of them in your head, they sit very close to your brainstem, and they control the feeling in your face. So try being 3, and then there's one on each side. So being bilateral, that means I have it affecting both sides of my face. And type 1 and type 2, it used to be called, or sometimes called, atypical and typical. Typical is sharp shooting pain, which is certainly going off right now, and I may need to take a break very quickly. But atypical is this constant pain in your face that is just never ending. So, or type 2 used to be considered like that. So it was time, after experiencing a accident in October 2022 when I was electrocuted, and the absolute worst possible thing that could happen was an electrocution, because I did find out electricity travels along nerve pathways. Certainly has scrambled all of my nerves well and truly, and done a bit of other damage. Like, I don't have taste buds. Person who really enjoys cooking and baking and all that stuff, I don't have taste buds. So I can still smell the food, and I can still remember what most things taste like, especially the brown food group. Chocolate. Know what that looks like and smells like. So today's day one, and it's actually started out to be an absolutely miserable, filthy day outside. It was rainy and miserable and windy and grey. But right now I'm sitting in what was my home office and is now cardboard boxes, while we wait for those to all be picked up, so I can rearrange this into a space that I can be in and join you and enjoy some quiet, peaceful time and some quiet, peaceful hobbies that make life a little bit more bearable. My TN is such that I don't have pain-free days. I have pain all the time. It varies in its severity, and it varies in the impact that it has on my day-to-day living. For the most part, it is probably what a lot of people would consider absolutely unbearable. I often describe it as being impossible or unbearable. Today is impossible, today is unbearable. Both of them are revolting. So this channel is about having a little bit of fun as well. We did have a channel going for a little while that was predominantly for other people who had TN, and I've archived all those away because I want this to be a new chapter in life and a new start. So as I mentioned before, I love doing craft, I love doing baking stuff, so there might be a bit of that in here. I'm looking out the window at our caravan, and I'm going to be doing some modifications or some redecorating in there so that it can work even better for us. It might be about our beautiful little rat bags, who we have a 13-year-old one who's just the handsomest young man on the planet, but I'm a little bit biased. So our son is enjoying, or not thereof, the joys of the beginning teenage years. And then we have our two beautiful four-legged friends, who one is absolutely the perfect dog and the other one's the perfect dog in training. So we have a golden retriever and a miniature dachshund, and they think they're the best of friends. Well, they are the best of friends, so which is lovely to see. So it's the channel might have a little bit of time with the girls. We might be on a little adventure from home in the van and throw the drone up and share some of that with you. It's way too windy here. The days that I want to do things, never ever possible. But now that I have all day, every day, day one of retirement began with making sure the washing was all done and the kitchen was clean and the PlayStation room was all tidied, and there were just, I think I need to pace myself. I definitely think I need to pace myself. After working for 35 years in the disability sector, it does feel really quite overwhelming to think that that's not what I'm doing now. I'm not going to get up, go into the office and go to work. My disability has had me working from home for quite some time, but even that is too much now, and it's time to look after my health and do some things that are more about being well. And so some of that might creep into what we are doing, some things that might be useful, some things that might be helpful to know if you have any sensitivities to some of the stuff that's out there. I'm very sensitive to noise, very sensitive to temperature, very sensitive to weather. Possibly not great. Believe it or not, Canberra is a very, it's a very, very, very fickle place when it comes to weather. You can wake up when it's absolutely revolting, and then it becomes absolutely gorgeous. So we have lived in various parts of Australia, and so far Canberra is working the best for all of my TN symptoms, so that's a good thing. So we also might do some traveling and share that with you as well. I am currently planning a trip to London, which is a very fast trip to London, so it will be a little bit, we did it last year. Last year I received a national nomination for a national award, which I won as the most outstanding NDIS business development executive in Australia. That then led to a global nomination, and so I was shortlisted to the top 2 and headed to London, where I was given the top honour of the most outstanding disability business development executive in the world, and for last year. That is an incredibly overwhelming feeling I have to share, and it has the most beautiful trophy. And then I found out I was nominated again this year for the National and had won that. And I have been told to be in London again this year because I've been shortlisted once again. So this year we're taking, my son is coming with me, along with a support worker who will help with the things I can't do. I need assistance. I certainly can't travel that far on my own. Planning a trip like that can be absolute chaos for anybody. Planning it for somebody who is sensitive to noise, temperature, medications needing to be taken at particular times, going through airports, it can be. Last year was an eye-opener, and it certainly was important for me to make sure I have help heading off to London this year. So it'll be a really quick trip before Christmas, and then I think, rumour has it, we're going to head away in the van, so we might have some fun stuff to share with you. So that's what this channel is all about. I will try and share with you some shots of some beautiful parts of our world, not the least of which is our beautiful girls who are currently looking very confused as to why I'm not at work, why there are cardboard boxes all through the office, or what was the office, but I think they will enjoy what we have to come. So we might do some baking, we might do some cooking, I don't know. I just don't know. Today is just day one of everything that has to happen for the rest of my existence, and I wanted to share it and make sure that I could maintain that connection with so many people who have been part of my world or who have let me be part of their world over the last 35 years. There is an awful lot of grey in there. It is hiding. Well, it's not really hiding at the moment. It's out and shining, but a hairdresser trip is excruciatingly painful, as anyone with TN will tell you, and I'm trying to time that for as close as possible to December. So hopefully I will get this up and loaded before midnight, so it is still officially day one of the rest of my life. And Here Comes the Sun is all about just, well, it doesn't hurt that our surname has sun in it, but it's all about looking forward through that pathway, whether it's the sun of health, sun of happiness, or whether it's just the journey. I hate that whole concept. It's all about the journey. I'm not really that chick, but I'm going to try and slow down and enjoy every moment I can enjoy. And if that means sitting on the carpet, chatting to you guys, maybe opening the odd Temu bag of deliveries, not affiliated with them at all, or maybe coming up and sharing something that I've created for Christmas, I don't know, whatever. It's just an opportunity for there to be a safe space to have a chat. So I hope you guys will join me, and if there's anything that you find of interest, by all means, and it might be something that we've already discussed on my previous videos, then by all means I'm more than happy to fish that out for you. So anything to do with TN or being electrocuted, working in the disability sector, years and years of crazy. So I really look forward to sharing all of this stuff with you guys. So take care, take it easy, and I will hopefully be chatting to you again soon.